Katanga movie lovers, right. I thought just for a bit of fun, I'd just show some DVDs that are related to music. Okay, so start off with the obvious one, American Graffiti. You've all seen that, haven't you? Well, it was a revelation to me because when I saw it, everyone at school saw it before me. They said, oh, you've got to go see this film, it's all that music you like. And I thought, I bet it isn't. And so, of course, I went along and I was gobsmacked because I thought it was all rock and roll. I didn't realise that there was this whole new... I didn't realise it was in 1962. In my mind, I was thinking it was the 50s. And when they played Green Onions at the end by Booker T and the MGs, I was just like, wow, I can't... This rock and roll as well. God, this is amazing. What a broad church it is. So, mind-blowing for me, that film was. Anyway, fantastic. If you're a Dylan fan, you've seen this. I mean, I just thought this is one of the funniest things I've watched on anyone. I mean, I just thought this was terrific. It was just so funny. Bob is just an absolute comedian, isn't he? He really is. And, you know, you have to believe in the power of magic, and I mean magic spelt with a K, when you listen to those songs that Bob wrote, because he was obviously channeling other spirits, wasn't he? Because he's not the brightest spark, is he? Do you know what I mean? He's not the sharpest tool in the shed, old Bob. And here he's really on form. When he's outside that shop talking about getting his dog clipped and tobacco and haircuts and all that, you'll know the scene I mean. Absolutely terrific. And yet, there was this poetry worthy of Percy Bysshe Shelley that would come forth, of course. Someone told me Bob used to spend a lot of time in the public library. I can believe that, really can. But anyway, let's not take away from Bob. Terrific, that is. Really good comedy. And one of my favourite singers, Jimmy Scott. This is a lovely documentary on him, luckily done quite a few years ago, so they got some really nice interviews with him, and some people that knew him, interviewed his siblings and what have you. But really nice little doc on Jimmy Scott. Now, not all of you will have seen this next one, but if you're at all interested in the 60s, you really need this, or you need to see a good copy of it. This is the guy that was the heir to the Avon fortune, you know, Avon calling, that one. So absolutely rich from the birth. He was like a Getty type, really, I suppose. He decided to, of course, spend it on booze and then drugs, and ended up on heroin. So this has got basically all the old school junkies like William Burroughs. It's got ne'er-do-wells from the counterculture like the Fugs. It's got Moondog in it. I don't know how many, you know, films that Moondog is in, but anyway, he's in it. Ravi Shankar. It's 1965, and Ginsberg and his boyfriend Orlovsky are in there. And Orlovsky's got hair like down to here. I mean, they're pretty out there, these people, for the time. But he goes to all the bars and stuff, and then he goes to a rehab clinic in Switzerland to get off everything, where the doctor is played by William Burroughs. It's really marvellous, actually. But Chappaqua, guy never gives interviews, this guy. I think he might be dead now. But that is really out there, that film. Right. Of course, you've all seen this. The reason I like it is for the Jack Nietzsche music in it, which is absolutely terrific. And, you know, I actually taped it at home, that music, because I loved it so much, so I had it on a cassette. But that's just lovely, lovely music. This is one of my favourite films, if not my favourite film of all time. Well, after The Wizard of Oz, this is my favourite film. I love Russ Meyer. And this has got, of course, the Strawberry Alarm Clock in it. But that's not why it's good, ladies and gentlemen, no. It's the Carrie Nations, indeed. The all-female band. And see if you can just see them at the top there. But it contains such lines as, "This is my happening and it freaks me out." You're a groovy boy, I'd like to strap you on sometime. And other classics, all written by Roger Ebert of Siskel and Ebert. You know those chaps. Yeah, really him, man. This is just pure gold, absolute gold, and it's got Erica Gavin in it. And I don't know if you're into the very womanly-looking women, but just go and take a butcher's at Erica Gavin, and just there'll be a topless one of her in there. Just see if you can look her up. So while we're on the subject of Russ Meyer, just to let you know, because they all have great music in, you can actually get this lovely box set of all Russ's movies. And this really is a gem. Is it 18 on here? Yeah, and they've got just like about 2 or 3 movies on each one. Absolutely terrific, from the immortal Mr. T's up right through the Vixens. So really incredible. And then Wim Wenders, but why have you got him here, Paul? Well, it's for Paris, Texas. And if you're a film lover, I'm sure you've seen Paris, Texas. But the absolutely Nastasia Kinski is just, oh my God, she's just such a dream in that. And Harry Dean Stanton, of course. But the music is, what's his face? Totally gone from my mind, but you'll know him. But it's fantastic music in that Paris, Texas. And if you like Wim Wenders, this is it. I mean, this box is absolutely terrific. I love all the German directors, and that is really terrific, that one. That, of course, for all the wonderful Beethoven in it, which just tremendous. I mean, on the Moog, isn't it? It's Robert Moog. And it just was an eye-opener to me, all that sort of music. I had a music teacher at school, and he was an absolute Moog fanatic. And he used to come in and he used to play us things like Switched On Bach and stuff like that. But no, terrific, fantastic music all the way through that. And speaking of which, fantastic music, of course. Marvellous. I mean, Gene Vincent, Little Richard, you know, they're all in there. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic, lovely, wonderful Jane Mansfield. And Tom Yule, who's one of my favourite actors. Just everything about this movie is terrific, isn't it? And it's on, you know, it's in 3D Technicolor and all that. Right, these are great. I don't know if you enjoy these 60s exploitation films, but you can only really watch them once, really. But they're good fun. Has this got the Strawberry Alarm Clock in it? I think it has. And maybe the Seeds in this one as well. Yeah, this is absolutely hilarious. It's middle class, you know, boys from military families, like all those hippies were, freaking out on acid, man. Very entertaining. And this is just what it says. It's Sonny Boy Williamson and Memphis Slim. All those 60s tours they did in Europe are out now. You can get them all on DVD, so that's a heads up on that. They're really brilliant. Absolutely hilarious. Again, for the Shakespearean Acting Award of the year, it's got to be, I think Dee Dee Ramone's got to be the Thespian of the Year in this one. But this is just absolutely hilarious, isn't it? It's so corny, you know, and it's got the Ramones in it, so, you know, what's not to like, ladies and gentlemen? Chuck Berry, Frankie Lyman and Teenagers, I think Johnny Burnett Trio. This is really terrific for music. It's another one of those Alan Freed ones, and it's a nice clean copy of it. Now, this one has got to be my number 3 favourite film of all time, Entertaining Mr. Sloane. And that really is just, I don't know if you like Joe Orton, but if you like Joe Orton, of course, you'll know all about this. But if you don't know who Joe Orton is, go and look him up. He's a fantastic English playwright, and Gary Oldman played him, actually, in Prick Up Your Ears, which is the biography of him, written by John Lahr, who is the son of Burt Lahr, the Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz. You see how it all ties in. This is how the occult works, ladies and gentlemen. All comes back to you. And so there you have Stick 'em Up, that guy, Bert Lahr. But this is fantastic. When I was 12, my uncle took me to see this at the Royal Court Theatre down at Sloane Square. And it wasn't Peter McInnery playing him. It was Malcolm McDowell himself playing Mr. Sloane. Absolutely a fantastic experience I'll never forget. So there you have it. The music in it is Georgie Fame, who does a really beautiful song in that. Anyway, terrific stuff. Fritz the Cat. Absolutely love Ralph Bakshi. If you're into animation, you'll like Ralph Bakshi. All his films are absolutely fantastic. And Fritz the Cat is no exception. The wonderful scene of the crow, I'm sure you've seen it, where he's dancing to Bo Diddley. Just terrific. My kids love it. This is one of their favourite films when they were kids. And they used to say, Dad, can you put on the Bo Diddley film? Because that's how they knew it, you know. But yeah, can you imagine what these kids went through growing up with me? Poor little sods. Bless them. They've turned out really well, really, it must be said. But anyway, this is really terrific. Now, this again is, if you like comedy in rock and roll, you can do a lot worse than this. I mean, the Ramones are comedians, aren't they? And each in their own different way, you know. And the great thing about the Ramones is that they're not putting it on. Like, none of it's an act. They really are like that, you know. And I never met any of the Ramones, funny enough. I saw them in their heyday, and they were absolutely fantastic. They did about like 20-minute set, you know. It was just wonderful. But I never actually got to meet any of them. But I don't know which one I would have liked to have met. Probably Dee Dee. But he really was a cretin, wasn't he? He really was. But this is terrific. If you like rock and roll comedy, this is just brilliant. And again, this Elvis one, that's the way it is. This is great, where it's got lots of backstage chat. And he's playing up to the camera, and he's trying to say rude things to the camera. I'm sure you've heard the outtakes of this. And he's just really on form. He just looks terrific in this. This is Elvis at his peak. Now, to finish off with, I've got some John Waters films. And I've got Multiple Maniacs. And Female Trouble. Polyester with Dishy Tab Hunter. And then Hairspray. Now, if you're a fan of John Waters, you'll know he has great music in his films. But if you're not, he has terrific music in his films. And he's a bit like Martin Scorsese in the way that he just has terrific soundtracks. And one of the reasons I can sit through these movies is because they have great music in them. Because normally 7 minutes is my limit, which is why I love Tom and Jerry and Tex Avery. It really is a lot for me to sit through a film. So if it helps, if they are full of great music, and those John Waters films are. So I hope you enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen. A few DVDs with a music theme, and we'll be back with the usual stuff soon.